That's a good introduction to our topic this morning, which is, why is there suffering? In fact, if we were to look at it in an absolute, abstract way, there is no suffering. The only reality is God, and God is joy, not suffering. What appears as suffering is when that joy diminishes. Just as what appears as dark is when there is less light, but there's never a point where there's no light. Even if the eyes can't pick it up, there is light. The joy of God manifests itself in creation because God wanted to express himself and to enjoy himself through many. And in that manifestation, a certain wave of energy went out toward creation. To use a very human analogy, you've all had times, I think, when you've found yourselves working so hard and becoming so tired that you couldn't stop working. Strange, you'd think that when you were so tired you'd want to stop working, but somehow it takes more energy to stop that momentum than just to keep going with it. You've all probably had that experience. What it means is that whatever energy we set into motion has its own momentum. And so the momentum of creation, the momentum of God's energy going out from himself, wasn't stopped just with the manifestation of a mental universe. It's all mental really anyway. It all seems real, but it's only real in thought. That's why the scientists have claimed that matter is energy. This is what yogis were saying thousands of years ago, that the underlying reality of matter is energy, and that the underlying reality of energy is thought, and that the underlying reality of thought is consciousness, or God. And God created everything first. He manifested it in thought. And then he kept manifesting it. That thought became clothed in energy. That energy then became clothed in the appearance of matter. It's all an appearance, but it's a movement outward, away from that single reality of bliss, into further and further bifurcations, until the ramifications become so many that it becomes very difficult to trace them back to the original source. Not only that, but the creative process itself is a kind of energy going in a certain direction, which, in perpetuating itself, works against the other aspect of the divine energy, which is the magnetic power of love, which draws everything back into the heart of spirit. And so creation is kept in balance by these two forces, the one manifesting itself, the other withdrawing itself back.